Hey lovelies. It's Sunday evening, 9:18 on the clock, and it is what, January, I believe 15th? It's Sunday 15th. Yeah, I'm driving. But anyways, I wanted to mention this briefly. I wanted to share this. I'm gonna give you all the information, but you're gonna have to do your research in regards to how to do all this. So another way you can see the email on your phone is to see where your phone is pinging off the cell phone tower. So there's a process, but you can download apps. But like I said, I'm like pretty much old school, so the apps for me is not really reliable because they're controlled unless you pay for it or you get a forensic analysis or with a forensic specialist who deal with this type of stuff, in criminology, whatever it is, or cell phone tower stuff, and triangulations, but for your own personal information and to get these criminals or stalkers and hackers off you, or to find out who they are so you can sue them, and then also double check with maybe a second or third party source. It's pretty much easy, and the thing of it is that we all know they use proxies or VPNs, virtual provider networks, to hide their location. But you can discover the location by, it's called reverse triangulation, I believe. Don't quote me on it, I'm not a computer specialist. But what you need to know and to look up is your cell ID, SELLID, and that will determine which cell phone tower your phone is pinging off of. So for instance, I'm in Sacramento, California, right? Which is Northern California. And basically, oftentimes we'll show my phone in San Francisco, Mountain View, Reno, somebody's using a proxy on that one, I know that. Up north towards Redding, sometimes Las Vegas, sometimes Georgia, and Virginia. Some's at the Capitol, which could be a proxy as well. But then it could be government officials, as we all know. And basically, you can really find out who was on your stuff. Like recently, I just found out there was a real estate agent, or she's the owner of a business in downtown Sacramento. I always wondered for the past 2 years, like, why was my phone always downtown? So at first they used a proxy, but then I guess they slipped, and then it showed me exactly where they were at. And turns out, I don't want to say too much, but they bear the same last name as one of these stalkers, and they have a big family. That's all I gotta say. They have a big family. So, like I said, just go into find out in your cell phone and look up cell, SELLID, and there are short codes you can get the information. Don't quote me on this because I'm driving right now, but I think it's star 3001 pound 12345 star pound, I believe. Don't quote me, just look it up. And then you get your cell ID number. And that cell ID number will determine, there's apps for this also too, make it more easier for you if you don't comprehend it. But that cell ID will determine where your phone is pinging off of. So that's why sometimes when they try to set you up, and they say, oh yeah, she was here, she was there, blah, 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 blah. They're going to put shit on your car, and, these criminals, these mentally ill people, they do all this type of shit too, but for law enforcement purposes and whatever, they use your cell phone, but oftentimes if they're trying to set you up, they'll take your IMEI information, your cell information, put on your phone, and do a robbery, for instance, or do some kind of, dubious activity, and then they'll say, yeah, she was there, she was wearing blah, 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 and then you'll be a hard time, if you can't afford an attorney, it'll be kind of, they'll drag their feet and say, yes, her phone was this, it's under her name, blah, blah, blah. So with the cloning of people's phones, they use that to pretty much set people up, you know, to put them into criminal activities. And like I said, if you can't afford no attorney, a criminal defense attorney or lawyer, then you know, you're shit out of the creek. So that's why I'm trying to give you the information so you know. Cloning has been around for many years. You know, these criminals nowadays, cell phone stuff is really, everybody have access to everything. So just look up the information, or download an app on your app store. I know with Apple, they're pretty much, you know, they're to the dumps. You know, they have a lot of security breaches, and I believe the reason why they made Apple, in my opinion, available to a lot of consumers is to get them under the surveillance program. That's just my opinion, because Android for me was a best source. I love my Android phone. But Apple, they suck, especially because their emojis. I'm kind of on a tangent, but on the emojis for a family, if you tap on it, there's no people of color on there. So that tells you what the really deal is and what the Apple really stands for. You know, the forbidden fruit. I mean, come on now, take a bite out of the apple. But long story short, like I said, just look up Cell ID, and I will tell you where your phone is pinging off of. I found last night. At first, somebody used a proxy. I guess it saw me doing something, and then it was like blank, because it goes on to Yandex, Yandex, and Google if you're in the system, and then often it is because you're searching, using YouTube, all kind of stuff, whatever. But when they use a proxy, it'll come up blank. But when they don't, you catch them off guard, and it'll show you exactly where your location's at. So until next time, you guys, you know, stay strong. All right, peace.